So in 2012 is when the cigar came out. Then in 2014, Cigar Aficionado gave it Cigar of the Year with a 96 cigar rating.
I had that mint chocolate, I still have that minty taste in my mouth.
Some woody notes. Yeah, some woody notes are coming through. But again, it's very nice and easy to smoke. The draw is really smooth. Welcome back to Cigar Ritual. Today we're going to smoke an amazing cigar. And as usual, I'm here with my friend Kurosh. How are you, buddy?
Very well, thank you. Looking forward to today.
Yes. So today we're going to smoke the Oliva Serie V Melanio Torpedo, which is the cigar I have over here. This is an amazing cigar. We haven't smoked any torpedoes, so I want to talk Kurosh through how to cut one of these cigars, and obviously we're going to go through the notes and everything about the cigar. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah?
It's a bit flat. Is that just the way they pack it, or?
Yeah, so these ones are called box press. So when they put them in the mold, they squeeze them a bit, and then you have this shape. So this is a torpedo, because you can see the pointy bit. And it's a box press. As you can see, it's not a circular cigar. This is more of a rectangular, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a torpedo and a
Figurado.
Figurado, yeah.
This is a figurado. Is because of it's not
So
of a regular shape.
A torpedo,
A torpedo
is a
yeah.
figurado.
Then you have the double figurado, which will have like that over here, another torpedo, which I think we smoked before, similar to that. But yeah, figurado means like it has a shape. The name Melanio is to commemorate the brand owner. Oliva is a brand that came from Cuban descendants. So the gentleman used to be in Cuba and he left to Nicaragua. And this Melanio is to commemorate the name of the gentleman, of the owner of the brand.
So that was his name?
Yeah.
Mr. Melanio.
No, surname, I believe.
Surname.
Yeah.
And what is like a torpedo? What's the difference between a torpedo and a normal cigar?
So it's just the way, like, for example, again, this is a box press. These are things that the factories will do to either make the cigar look nice or it will enhance the way that the smoke hits your mouth.
It has a practical effect.
Yeah, it's more than just beauty.
Okay.
Yeah? It will
It's
help
not just-
the way that this blend will burn, and the way that, like, for example, being a torpedo, all the smoke is really concentrated into one area of your mouth. As you smoke more, the tar and all the oils start to pile up on the sides, because when you think of a robusto, you basically cut it and it's just straight all the way through. So even here, if you cut as much as that, you still have smoke hitting the shoulders of the cap. So there's a build up there.
It's like a chimney effect.
Now the one that we have here is the Oliva Serie V Melanio Torpedo, and this is 6.5 by 52 ring gauge. This cigar has Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper and Nicaraguan fillers. So this wrapper is grown in Ecuador under sunshade to make it really smooth and delicate.
So Ecuador wrapper and Nicaraguan
Fillers.
and wrapper.
Filler and binder.
Binder.
In my opinion, especially when you have a look at this box, it looks very premium, the way they've done it, the band, the presentation is really, really nice.
And where is this factory from?
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Yeah. So they left Cuba to Nicaragua, and they wanted to explore the fertile soils of Nicaragua, and they've done really well. They started growing tobacco in Cuba in the 1800s, but then they moved to Nicaragua and created the Nicaragua brand.
So where do we cut this from? You cut it first.
Okay, so when the cigar has this shape, you still have to take in consideration the way that the leaf is wrapped around the cigar. But as you can see here, the gaps between the lines, so in the Robusto there's like 3 little lines. Here, if I show you quite close, you have one here, one there, one there. So because there's a lot of space between them, so it gives you more flexibility to cut the cigar. Now, in a cigar like this, you are able to cut a bit lower than you normally would in a Robusto. So Robusto, I always say cut the minimum. It's better to cut a bit less afterwards, but here you have a bit more of a play with it. Now, you can do the regular cut. Yep. Okay, like a normal Robusto, we just do a straight cut. Or, what I like to do in these cigars is do a cut sideways. Okay? And it's going to look like that.
And why would you do that?
So the way I do it is I normally cut the longest part where the label is.
Yeah.
And the shorter part underneath. Because when you put it in your mouth, you can direct the smoke and see if there's any differences. This is just messing around, but you can just cut it straight. So I wanted to give you the two options available. And if we had a punch cutter, which we have here,
Yeah.
there's another option. One second. There's some people that will just punch it on the sides. Okay? I would recommend just give it a straight cut on your cigar to make it easier and so that you can enjoy. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, give it a test. Good draw?
Yeah.
All right, so let's light up. So lighting it is always as normal. Just keep your cigar at an angle. Take your time. You're already going there, huh?
I had that mint chocolate. I still have that minty taste in my mouth.
That's right. It will go. So this cigar is a medium to full. We're going to see how you find it because obviously we've realized that you like more of a fuller body cigar. I think this one is going to be enjoyable for you.
The draw is really good.
So they say that the box press helps with the draw. It is really nice.
So it's
a bit loose.
It's not the...
No, it's the way that it's the whole process. Obviously,
It's not the torpedo.
No, that's not to do with the draw because that's how the leaves are in the middle, properly lined up so that you have a good airflow. There's a lot of smoke coming out of this cigar. It's filling up the room quickly.
So this is the V series, yeah?
Yes.
So the V series is a blend.
Yes. So they got different series, and this is the V1.
So it's got the same binder and the wrapper and the filler. In that series, they're all the same. So it's just different sizes of...
On this one, yeah.
On this one. And what?
So you have Robustos, you have Double Figurado.
In the V series, yeah. So it's just the shape which is different, but the blend.
Yeah.
And does it affect the taste? Like if you have a Robusto and you have a, I don't know.
Sometimes it depends. I don't think on this cigar plays much of a difference because the tobaccos are very well cured and, it's an amazing cigar quality and tobaccos and stuff. So, but I have found other cigars that they make a little bit of a difference. Again, I don't know if maybe they're making some changes to the ratios of the leaves, but this one I find more or less about the same. So Oliva is one of the factories that has been well established in Nicaragua, and they're always welcome because of the quality and the care that they take for their cigars, and it's very well known throughout the world. It's a really reputable brand. So the cigars they create they're very nice, very enjoyable. And
they've been in business since after the Cuban Revolution.
Yeah, I believe it's after the Cuban Revolution when they moved.
It's an excellent cigar. I thought it would be more... I was expecting it to be more full-bodied.
Let it build up. We're still at the beginning. And because the tobaccos are good quality tobaccos, you don't have any of the ammonia or any impurities that give the tobacco sometimes more strength that it really has. You pick up any notes? You're in the middle of your first third, roughly.
Some cedar notes.
Some woody notes. Yeah, some woody notes are coming through. But again, it's very nice and easy to smoke. The draw is really smooth.
Yeah. I had to sort of slow myself down. I was going for it.
Aftertaste is nice, very woody. The moment is very woody. The smoke, the aftertaste.
Is it because it's well cured or is it aged properly that is more smoother?
Yeah, of course, because the impurities, all those, sometimes you get like spiciness or you get the impurities coming through and it doesn't have a good feeling to it. A lot of people confuse pepper with ammonia or when it's not properly cured.
I noticed in that tobacco exhibition, the sample cigars that they give you, you always have that. It's not that smooth. Is it because probably they're new cigars?
Some of the brands. I know when we tried Epe Carrillo, we didn't have that problem. When we tried some of the good ones, they were good. But obviously, you always get some alright ones or not great quality cigars. But when you have a brand that really works for quality and And obviously that comes with a price point. Select the best tobaccos, they cure it properly, then you have a very smooth, easy to smoke cigar.
Excellent. So how many different shapes they have of this?
I don't know, I think like 4 or 5.
But do you have these on your site?
Yeah, we have this one. This one is at £38.50. The figurado is £41.99. It's a bit bigger, a bit harder to make, having the 2 pointy bits. But again, you know, while you're a bit further on, this one is just a couple of centimeters in, very clean. We're talking, and there's not much air circulation, but the smoke is not making us feel bad or anything. We will need to maybe crack a window open. It's a very elegant smoke. I think it's the draw and the quality of the tobacco. I really like this. And this one is a Reserva cigar as well, so it has aging. This is the Gran Reserva.
So this is a limited cigar? Because of the guy's name, Milan.
Well, I think it's limitada because of the Gran Reserva, so the aging. They don't age all the cigars. It takes so many years, and whatever is there, they'll ship. But this is nice. I think it's worth its money. I know it's a bit pricey compared to a lot of the other cigars in the website, but it's a very nice and elegant cigar. Quality, you feel like you're smoking something really good.
It's got a very Cuban feel to it.
The filler leaf, tobacco leaves, are from Cuban seeds. If I'm not wrong, I have to double check that, but I think because they, when they left Cuba, they took the seed to grow in Nicaragua. So I believe this one has that seed. Any other notes?
Maybe dark chocolate.
Construction is amazing. Yours is holding on. Mine is holding on really nice.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not even bending or anything. It's just perfectly straight. Ash is nice, clean, really good lines. The cigar feels nice again, even when it's lit. I think the band also looks really nice against the... Because sometimes we have bands that really pop out, really bright colors. But here, the band kind of blends in, but it gives it a bit of a, in my opinion, a bit of a luxury feel, a bit of a, you know, classic look.
I like the color theme.
Yeah, this goes really well with coffee.
Pairing.
Even some red wine. Very relaxing cigar. I think the size is good as well. Feels like you're smoking something good. As you can see, your
Nice.
ash fell off, and now you have a nice cone. That shows that the way when it was rolled, the fillers are in the right position, and the wrapper and everything is well built cigar. So yeah, so in 2012, this is the flagship cigar for the brand.
The Series V.
The Melanio Series V. And yeah, so this was to commemorate Melanio Oliva, and they created this really nice cigar. So in 2012 is when the cigar came out. Then in 2014, Cigar Aficionado gave it Cigar of the Year with a 96 cigar rating.
Legend.
Yeah. So this one, for example, is well known throughout the world as a good cigar. It is applicable to different palates as well. Here in Europe, we enjoy it a lot. In the US, they like it as well. And I believe in the Middle East as well. It's a very easy to smoke. Of course, you gotta be able to, you know, enjoy a medium to full body. But because it's so well aged, so well fermented, and so well made, although it's full strength, medium to full strength, is not kicking you from the beginning, is not making you feel bad or anything. It's very slow, gradual nicotine coming into your body, and there's no impurities or anything that are the things that always make you feel a bit bad.
Perfect. It's like an all-rounder for me.
This, to me, is like a special occasion cigar, not because of the price, but because of how nice it is. The presentation is beautiful, the boxes are really nice, the band, again, it just looks really classy and really...
Yeah, but I'll be happy to smoke this during day or night.
Yeah? I'll have to do it after 5 or something. Today is a bit early. We always smoke around midday-ish, morning, midday. It's not bad, but I think after a good lunch, maybe if you have some nice steak, it will be really good. And I think that's again due to the way that is nicely fermented. A lot of smoke comes out, but it's nice and creamy and clean. You know, we've already smoked a fair bit and it is a bit cloudy, but it's nice.
So what are the famous New World cigars. So it's Olivia,
So Oliva is one,
Davidoff.
Davido, Padron, Carlito Fuentes. These are like big factories. Okay, they've been. Some of them are generations. We have AJ Fernandez. Actually, their factory this week burned. Part of the
Really?
factory, yeah. From what I understand, is the packaging side of it. But some tobacco got affected, and some humidors that had aging cigars. So that's going to be a big hit for the industry, because these big factories not only make their own tobacco, their own brand, they make for other brands.
So they do white labels. And
Yeah. So I've seen online a few of the white labels
So
that are
all these, like in the exhibition, there were hundreds of cigar brands, but there were a handful of factories.
Yeah, not all of them own the factories. Not all of them own the farms. Then you have, but it just varies. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you have to have a brand like Oliva to own the whole process. You have some, like Simon, for example. He owns the farm. He's buying a factory.
So he does the fillers.
Some of the brands will own the whole thing.
Part of the chain, yeah.
Some of them obviously come from families that own farm, like Simon. So they already have the farm. They created the brand. They use the third-party manufacturer, and then whenever they start getting known and stuff, they'll buy a factory and create their own cigar. But there's a lot of brands that use that are white labels that are. It's a very common.
No, so the American market is totally different, yeah. They just do they don't do any Cuban cigars.
Yeah, that's not because of preference. That's because of the regulations and stuff that they have created.
Yeah, I think until recently it was illegal for an American to smoke a Cuban cigar anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Something like that. But although they don't have any access to Cubans, the cigar market is huge over there, yeah?
It's massive.
So how come?
Because brands like this. So these brands, Nicaragua and Dominican Republic, they have grown they've got the whole market. Obviously, you have Ecuadorian brands, you have Honduran brands, and Mexican brands. But
is it a cultural thing? Why? Because Europe and America have the same population. Actually, Europe has a bigger population than America, yeah? But they smoke more cigars than the whole of Europe.
Well, I think also comes to regulations, yeah, and the culture. So because it's easier regulation-wise, then there's more people who will enter it. Also, prices play a big difference on it. Here, this cigar, £35, £40. Over there, maybe 20. I'm not 100% sure,
but here, a £40 cigar, how much of it goes for duty?
A good percentage, man. A very good percentage. Is per weight, and
it's like 418 pounds per
kilo.
So, but does that make a difference? Is it if it's a good cigar and a bad cigar?
Yeah, because, for instance, Oliva, the factory, will sell the cigar to the distributor here for $4 or $5, and then you have a small cigar brand that might sell it for $2 or $1. Okay, so that will already make a difference, and then you have the duties, the taxes, and all of this. But some cigars, depending on the age of the tobacco or how difficult they are to make, the prices from factory are already high. The thing is that in the States, say even the cigar is worth $8 from factory, but then there's a couple of dollars extra for duties and taxes. Yeah. They can still sell the cigar at $20. Whether here, £20 won't probably cover the whole of a premium cigar. Then they have to bring it up to 30, 40, 50. Then you have obviously the distributor needs to take a percentage, then the shop takes a percentage, then duties, taxes, piles up. For example, with Habanos, it was Habanos that increased the price worldwide. So you're buying it from Habanos already expensive. Then you put the duties and everything, and it increases. And obviously, taxes and all of this is on the price of the cigar. So you pay the duty on the weight, but then the costs, the shipping, all of this gets added, and you have VAT and you have all of these other fees. Very clean. For the strength that it has, it's very clean. Still that woody, cedary note coming through, but it's very, very nice. The construction is really good. Looks good.
Definitely. I want some of this in my humidor.
Well, you know where to find them. ToroPuro.com. I think although it's a full body, it's not full. It's medium to full, but it's more towards the full side. It's still very approachable. It's early for me to smoke a cigar like this, but it's nice.
I said I can do this all day. That's what I meant.
Yeah, it's very approachable.
If I'm happy to smoke something during the day, usually at night, to me would be a bit too light. But I don't think this would be the case.
No, I think it would work good at night as well. Even with like a Negroni or a rum after some good steak, some oily meat. I also think there's a bit of a sweetness to it. The aftertaste.
I thought that's the chocolatey.
No, I find the chocolatey note.
It is bittersweet, I thought.
Yes, that's on the smoke. But now, if you bit of sweetness, it's nice, really nice, enjoyable cigar. In the website, in the shop, the cigars that I have selected are cigars that I'm a fan of. I think they're approachable for any either experience or somebody new to cigars. Obviously, this being a bit more of a punchy cigar with a bit more of strength, I wouldn't say this is a beginner cigar. But if you already smoke a few cigars and you're already in your medium strength, this will be a nice step up to knowing what a fuller strength cigar is. And I actually would recommend, when you're moving up the strength of the cigars, find something. I know it's a bit more expensive, and I'm not saying just this one, there's more cigars, but find something that is of quality, because sometimes full strength cigars are a bit too much. They don't have the right aging or the right fermentation, and you might not enjoy them. You might be scared of trying fuller cigars. But something like this that is well aged, that is a big brand standing behind it, it's really good. Really, it's a really nice way to move up the strength levels.
It's very clean, and I think this would pass the blind test.
Which one?
So I would know this if my eyes is closed. Yeah.
You were to pick it up, recognize it.
I think I would. Yeah.
Yeah, chocolate note comes in really nice.
Because it's a simple combination. It's a little bit spicy now as well.
Yeah.
Simple combo, pretty consistent.
Construction is really good, so you don't have to be here bothering, touching up, lighting it here, there. No, it's a really nice cigar, all rounder. Can't go wrong with this. And again, I think it is worth its price. There are other cigars that are a lot more expensive, and I don't think they're enjoyable as something like this. The amount of smoke that comes from it is incredible. But it's clean, creamy, easy in your palate, even easy like my eyes and stuff. No burn, nothing like that. Really, really good. And this box press, I think it helps a lot with the even burn, because as you can see, you and me, we have a very straight burn.
Yeah. You think it's because of the box press?
Yeah, it helps a bit. How do you find it on your lips? Being box press. Some people don't like it.
No, I find it a bit weird holding it because I can't sort of fidget with it.
Yeah.
That's my only thing, but I like the sort of the draw that it's giving.
Okay.
I actually think I like it better than the normal straight cut of the flat ones.
Of the Robustos.
So going forward, I think I want to try the V cutters.
Okay, yes.
I think that would suit me better. Yeah. Because it's narrow, it gives that pressure.
Yes.
Maybe because I used to be a cigarette smoker, so I'm, I like that pressure.
We can also do a punch.
A
punch.
Yeah.
A punch will give it. Obviously, there are different size punches, but
yeah,
you see that little hole, so it will really concentrate the smoke, and you'll have more of a resistance.
So how do you punch this? You say you punch it from the sides.
Well, you can.
You can punch it from the back end.
Yeah, so you can punch. Say that's where the label is. You can punch on top, and on the side.
One punch.
No, you can do the top and you can do the bottom. I mean, some people go crazy. They do like 4 and big fat cigars.
Can you do the end? You can't punch that.
No. But if you're gonna do that, you might as well just do what you did.
Yeah. Okay.
So this will, in a Robusto, where you're gonna have a flat cap.
Yeah.
If you just punch, it will be just one hole in the middle. That'll be worth. But here you just do a straight cut. You can do a V-cut on this as well.
Do some people prefer a V-cut?
Yeah, there are people who prefer V-cut, others punch. They'll just do punch. Also with punch, the thin lamps, the people who do the, I got it here, this one. Yeah, the cigar knife. They have a bracelet that you take it apart and it becomes a punch. So some people just go out with a lighter, the bracelet, and just punch all the time, and they enjoy it. I don't mind it. I like punch.
Yeah, but you get punchers on a lot of the
lighters, yeah.
as well.
How's the humidor? He's got a humidor at home now.
It's on 66.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
It's coming down there.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. As you put cigars and take out and you open and close, it will change.
So what's the range between 55 and 70?
65 and 70.
Between 65 and 70. No lower than 65?
No.
So if it goes lower than that, what do I do? Do I put more of those?
It might need another Boveda bag, or we'll have to check what's going on. But it shouldn't go lower, because the Boveda bags should keep it.
68.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's 69 they are.
69.
But they normally, a little bit lower, because temperature also plays a little bit. Oh, this is an enjoyable experience.
Oh, good choice.
So sometimes I choose the cigar. Up to now I've been choosing the cigar. And for this one I asked Kurosh to choose what he wanted to smoke.
So the way I came up to this, I was searching online because my favorite, one of my favorite cigars is the Paratagos Series D number 4.
That's what you used to smoke.
Yeah, and you gave me one recently. So I wanted to see so that's a Cuban cigar. I wanted to see what's the equivalent New World cigar to that.
Okay.
And Google
came up with this.
Okay. It wasn't this shape. It was another shape.
The Figurado, I think it was.
No. It was a Robusto.
I think it was the Series V.
Yes, definitely.
Series
V. Not the two. You had. It was a bit shorter.
Yeah, I think it was a Robusto that you showed me the image. But I have these ones on the website. That's why we chose this one. If you guys prefer the Robusto, let me know in the comments if it's worth adding it to the website. But as I got the Figurado and Torpedo, I didn't bother getting the Robusto for now. Again, it's amazing cigars, but it was just a choice. These ones looked a bit nicer. So in the past we've done a couple of other videos like this. If you haven't watched them, make sure you check the channel Cigar Ritual, and you will see all the videos that we've done. We've done different regions, different strength. Slowly, I've been molding and finding, because although Kurosh used to smoke cigars, he stopped for a long time. And we wanted to, also cigars have changed, especially Habanos have changed from the 90s. You stopped smoking till now. And there's more brands and stuff. So I've been experimenting and stuff and bringing him in the journey. You want to check those out. There's a playlist with all the videos. I'll link it in the description. But I'm liking this one a lot.
And if the viewers, they want anything for us to review, to put it in the comments.
There you go. Now he's willing to experiment.
We can experiment a little here.
Regions, flavors, profiles, strengths, brands, specific cigars. If you want, just let us know in the comments.
I want to try a budget cigar.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Any region?
Am I going to regret it? No, just a good budget cigar.
No. I mean, that's why I said there's not a problem, because just because it's budget doesn't mean that it's not a good cigar. Yeah. Again, there's cigars everywhere and like a lot of brands and stuff. In Toro Puro, I've selected some budget cigars that are good.
Have you selected them because of the price or the quality?
Well, I wanted to give a good range in the website, so that depending on your budget, you're happy to buy something, but whatever you buy is going to give you a good experience. So I've selected them for the two reasons. It had to be a budget cigar, and I'm talking around £10, around there. 10 to 15 pounds will qualify as a budget when you have 40 pounds cigars, but they had to be a good cigar.
Because I was thinking, like, sometimes I'm working, I just want to light a cigar and just not like think about it too much. It's just there, and I don't want to like just half waste a expensive cigar. So maybe I can use a budget cigar.
It would be nice to get your view as well, if you think there is any different. Maybe we could do a blind tasting. We could do a budget cigar with a premium cigar. Well,
but the only way you can do a blind test is to light it both at the same time.
I
cannot.
Or we can do one after the other one.
Not gonna.
Not gonna happen. Maybe later. We do that challenge
I have
afterwards.
One after a cigar after, I probably won't smoke for another year after.
No. Let's do. Well, we smoke now a premium cigar, a really good quality cigar. Maybe if we do the next one as a budget cigar, you still have the memory of this. See if you think any differences.
I won't for it.
Okay, so stay tuned. Subscribe for that one. Now I am running Torpedo, the cigar shop, and Cigar Ritual, the Instagram and YouTube page, and this is my full-on gig, my work now. So I create content regularly in YouTube. I am doing 2 videos a week. We might start a 3rd video, and that helps with the growth as well, and people start trusting the Cigar Ritual brand now a bit more. It's not just a hobby, it's actually a job. So if you subscribe, you know that every week you're going to get a content from me. Is, like you said, more videos that you get to trust the person behind the camera. I'm just surprised about the amount of smoke that comes out. But it's good, because some cigars, especially when you're close to the full body, the smoke is so strong. Yeah, it burns your eyes, or you can't breathe. As you can see, the room is a bit smoky. Picked up any other notes or anything?
Yeah, I want to say hey, but I just want out of principle.
I don't think there's hay in this one, though. You don't know where to drop that hay note, huh? He's finding cigars with hay, but he's never tasted hay, he says. When the cigar has it, you will know.
No, a bit more spicy.
Bit more spice. Build up a little bit of spice.
Yeah, definitely.
The strength still...
Nicotine-wise, I don't think is that strong.
I do. I feel it. I feel the nicotine.
No, I do, but...
But I think it's because it's clean.
Yeah, for heavy cigars it's usually more.
Yeah, I think the aging and the quality helps a lot, because I do feel the nicotine, but it's not bad.
This is the curing process, I think.
Helps a lot.
And this has been spot on.
Yeah.
And you say the press...
Box press?
Improves what? The draw or...
The burn a little bit. Yeah. And also the draw. It all complements each other, when they created the cigars, they're trying different things. Some brands just do it for beauty or to make it different, but other brands do it because it actually helps the blend. So it's a cigar that started quite smooth, clean. In the middle, it built up chocolate, woody notes. Now we're getting a little bit of spice. The nicotine is, you're able to feel it now in your body. So, we've been smoking this for about 50 minutes, I think. Yeah. And we still got about another 10 minutes or so.
If that, yeah.
We're kind of smoking a bit fast. Normally it's about an hour. Yeah, about an hour and 10, 20 minutes. But that's when you're talking a couple of friends, you're drinking, eating or something.
Down, yeah.
Putting it down, yeah, we're tasting the cigar in this one. The weather has improved. See, no coat today, just short sleeve, but it's very windy. But the sun is out, man.
Still cold, man.
It's still cold. The sun is out and it really helps. Because we've been having...
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. It's all perfect.
Yeah. I think they can, yeah. That should be okay there. So none of these little pieces everywhere and stuff.
So it's like 6 chunks of ash there.
Yeah. Construction is beautiful. And that shows you what coming back to the price. When you pay 30, 40, 50 pounds for a cigar and you have construction like this, a cigar is clean, not ammonia, nothing, impurities like that, it shows why you're paying that price. I had a comment, actually, somebody said, in the UK, because here the price is not regulated. Okay, you can put the price whatever you want. If somebody buys it, that's the thing. So they were like, oh no, people just take advantage and they just price them up whatever they want. But it's not that. A cigar like this is quality. So when it comes from the factory, it comes at a higher price to the lower quality cigars. I'm happy to pay this for this cigar. Out of the cigars that we've tried, which one stands out for you?
I liked the Sancho.
Sancho Panza?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. I liked the Aladino.
Yeah.
That was good. The Simone one.
Simon Beltré de Andullo.
The Andullo,
Okay.
yeah, that's like one of my favorite cigars. I also enjoyed the Mexican one as well.
The Casa 1910.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I think the Sancho had a bit of construction problem, but,
Yeah.
but it tasted really good. I think.
That was really nice. That was really nice. It was the Swiss edition, I
Yeah.
think we did. That was nice. Yeah, to me, those, the Colombos Negro, Aladino.
The Columbus, I like them. I thought they're very well constructed. It's nothing fancy. It's good for like a dinner party or
Yes,
if
you
I have
mean.
guests over and things like that. But if I'm sitting alone or just with a friend, I would go for something.
Bit more punchy,
Yeah.
more strength, yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing. You like cigars that are a little bit more
But the Negro was
full
good.
of the Negro you liked.
Yeah.
The Andullo you really liked.
The Andullo. Yeah. The Andullo is one of my favorite cigars now.
This year I'm planning to go back to Dortmund, in
Okay.
Tetabak, and I'll meet him there. This time I'll try and make an interview with him to share here in the channel.
When is it? October.
Yeah, I think it's October, yeah. I think this time I will enjoy it, and I'm sure you too, a bit more, because now we know where to go, what to do. I will also, this time, I'm going to schedule more interviews, because they are busy, those guys over there.
So you need to schedule it.
Schedule it
before.
properly. Yeah. I did schedule some last year when I went, but this year I want to schedule more and more time.
And they should. You got the biggest cigar YouTube channel in UK.
No, second. I think at the moment it's the second biggest.
Okay, you're in the top 3.
Yeah, I think. I'll have to double check what the other channels are doing, but yeah, there's channels are doing well. Thank you so much.
I always that thing is because it gets ruined. That I just don't want to get there.
Yeah, but not all cigars are like that.
Yeah.
If you should stop only when you feel like now.
I want to stop just before that.
You will pick it up.
Yeah.
Some cigars I smoke all the way down and I'm burning my fingers. Some cigars I hit the band and I have to stop. This one being a bit more of a fuller body, I normally fuller body cigars I stop because of the nicotine, not because they're bad. It's just that I'm more of a medium, maybe medium to full. But this one is going well.
Yeah.
I don't
How
feel
much I have left?
no, it's just about the same. Caught up. So as I said, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. There's a playlist where Kurosh has been my guest and I've taken him through this journey. Go and watch those videos. And there's more videos here in the channel, not just these ones. I also make videos about cigars that you're able to enjoy as a beginner, or cigars that you are able to gift to somebody who is starting, recommend how to do the retrohale, how to taste cigars better. There's a lot of videos in the channel you might enjoy. This is our review of the Oliva Serie Melanio. We have really enjoyed it. I think is a well-priced cigar here in the UK, for example. If you are somebody who is used to smoking medium body and want to move up and try what is like smoking a fuller strength cigar, then this I recommend. We really enjoyed it. I think it's going to be in Kurosh's humidor now.
Yeah.
From what I can see, he's enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, so this is it. This is our video. Thank you for watching Cigar Ritual. And don't forget to enjoy your rituals. Kurosh, thank you very much.